with Colbey Northcutt, and we are excited because we have got a huge night of matches coming up on pretty much the entire month of, but specifically on one TNT 4 coming up. We've got the great Colbey Northcutt with us here. It's evening time where she's at, but it's nice, bright, early in the morning here in Singapore. Colbey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks so much for having me, Mitch.
Yeah, we're excited to have you and talk about your upcoming matchup. This is going to be a huge matchup for you.
Yeah.
You're going to be on TNT live in the United States. How do you feel about this opportunity?
Man, I am so grateful and super excited. Obviously, being from the US, one coming into the US market, being live on TNT is huge. I'm mostly excited, I think, because now my friends and family from here can actually watch me live instead of, having to wait up in the middle of the night or watch a tape replay. I think it's a tremendous opportunity. I'm so pumped.
Yeah. What do you think's the biggest about being live on TV besides just your friends and family being able to see you? What do you think makes
Yeah.
the big?
Yeah, obviously, I mean, there's that added pressure of you're live on TV. The whole world is watching, and it's such a big audience. It's totally different than, your normal, I'm fighting in a cage and you got the audience around you. Now you got eyes on you everywhere, and that's a lot of judges. So, you have that added pressure to want to perform well for yourself, but then for everybody watching as well.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's
Yeah.
talk about your opponent, Sovannahry Em. Did you see her
Mhm.
last?
I did. She actually looked fantastic, especially with Choi, who is a tall, long striker like myself. I actually have been watching that tape a lot, and I think that it'll be a really exciting matchup. I think that Sovannahry is the exact opposite stylistically of how I am as a fighter, so I think that makes it even more entertaining.
Yeah, she comes from a striking background,
Mhm.
but what kind of seen from her is this ground and pound style.
Yeah.
How do you think that matches up against you?
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of a grinder and pretty relentless when it comes to that, and you got to see that in her last fight. So I know that she's definitely going to be bringing her A game, as am I. And I know, being the taller opponent, she's going to want to try to take me down, which I would too if I was her. So I know what's going to be coming, and I'm sure she's going to pretty much know what I'm going to be doing as well. It's just going to be a matter of who's better at those advantages.
Okay, so without giving
Yeah.
away too much, I know you train with some of the best strikers in the world. Your brother Sage, your
Hmm.
husband Raymond Daniels is
Hmm.
probably one of the legitimate best strikers on the face of the earth. What have you
Hmm.
been to kind of get ready for this grinding type style?
I mean, honestly, going back to my roots. I feel like being a karate style athlete, I don't utilize that background as much as I should. So sticking to the fundamentals, the basics of what I know, because basics and fundamentals can win fights, and really sharpening those tools the best I can.
Yeah. Well, and I know
Yeah.
you at the garage. I've been seeing you guys put in lots of strength and
Oh
conditioning. The
yeah.
garage, that place looks so intense.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The garage is definitely not for the faint of heart. It's taken some getting used to, but my strength and nutrition coach, Sam Calavita, he is obviously the best in the world at what he does, and so he's really taken the time and energy into me, not only inside and outside of his camp. And I think that's one benefit that I have that will be an advantage in this fight and among many others.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you're also going to go through a camp with Sage. Like, Sage also getting ready for a huge matchup. How has that been?
I mean, it's awesome. I'm actually at his house right now. So I'm from Orange County. My husband and I, we live in Orange County, and he's all the way up in Sacramento at Team Alpha Male. So COVID kind of, threw a monkey wrench into things back in LA. Restrictions are really, really tight, and a lot of gyms have closed down. So training partners have been kind of here and there for me to pick from to kind of replicate that look that I need for this fight. So Alpha Male just is, they welcome me with open arms. And so obviously Sage is up here and he's getting ready for a fight too. So a place to stay. And Alpha Male has tons and tons of bodies. Plus he's Uriah Faber. So it's been a great camp and a great gym, and I couldn't be more ready.
Are there a lot of girls athletes for you to work out with, a lot of high quality women for you to get rounds in with?
Absolutely. Yeah. That was one thing that I was missing back at home. And they, obviously Alpha Male is a well-known gym. So they do have a lot of, other women that are professionals in other leagues as well that I've been able to get a lot of reps in and kind of give me that look. So it's been extremely beneficial.
Yeah, I'm sure with that alpha male style, you're seeing a lot of grinders try to take you down, put you back, beat you up. So
Exactly.
a takedown defense, because we know how great of a striker you are, but we've never
Yeah.
tested, like, get from being forced to get up.
Yeah, that's funny you brought that up because this will be a really good test to show how well-rounded I believe that I am and that my coaches know that I am. And I'll be able to kind of showcase that. I mean, my last fight, yes, it was a lot of striking on my part and there was a little bit of ground in the jiu-jitsu aspect in the first round. But when it comes to wrestling, and then now that this is going to be in a cage, it'll be a totally different fight in my opinion. I'm really excited.
Now, last time in your last match, you seemed very comfortable in
Mhm.
there. MMA rule set, kind of, with actually the global rule set that we have
Yeah.
here, seemed very relaxed, very confident, but it was a
Mhm.
stylistic matchup as far as striker versus striker. This is
Right.
going to be different. Do you want to apply that pressure, or do you think she's going to come to you?
I mean, I think if I was her, the only way to beat me would be to come to me, right? I would not want to stay on the feet standing with somebody that's tall and long and that's a striker. So take me down and try to take it to the ground. That would be her game plan. I feel like that would be anybody's game plan that would want to fight me. So obviously, I would love for it to be on the feet and show and do what I feel the most comfortable. But I'm pretty comfortable on the ground too. So either way that it goes, I'll be ready. And I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sure you are.
Yeah.
Now, you've been working with a nutritionist. Is there
Right.
anything else you've added to camp that's, sounds pretty, interesting?
I mean, specifically with Coach Calavita up in the garage, that's been the same. That hasn't changed. But yeah, the one big factor that's different is being up here at Alpha Male, to be honest. So an entirely new camp of training partners and coaches and different bodies to work with every day. And a whole different way of learning. They run things differently up here. And like you stated earlier, it's a grind house of a gym. They're all wrestlers. So I'm kind of having to put myself in the fire and to become better, really.
Did you bring your coaches up with you, or are you surrounded by a new coaching staff as well?
So I've been, obviously Uriah's been a tremendous help. Sage has been a tremendous help, but my corner is actually going to be my husband, Raymond. And so he's up here with me. He actually has his own fight he's getting ready for in 2 weeks. So we're actually in camps together, training alongside one another. And it's been really fun, actually. I've been really enjoying it. Usually we kind of rotate, but this time it's together and I like it.
What's that like, having your husband in your corner?
Um, I think it's funny, and I'll go and tell everybody this. My last fight, I don't know if he'll get upset or not, but my last fight, we obviously train really hard, train together, and get nervous for one another as loved ones should, husbands and wives. But he was in my corner my last fight, and my opponent's walking out, and I'm behind the curtain. They're about to announce my name out. I'm about to walk out, and he is so nervous. He goes and throws up on the floor right beside me to where I can see it. That's how nervous he is as I'm making that walk, basically. I'm like, oh my gosh, that doesn't make me feel any better. Like, should I be happy that he's like so concerned and cares? Should that freak me out? I don't know how to take that. But afterward, obviously, I mean, I get nervous too. So, he's the best at what he does in striking. But being nervous comes natural, I guess.
Ray Daniels was so nervous backstage that he threw up.
Yeah, threw up for me right on the ground by the curtain as my opponent's in the ring and they're announcing my name. And I look over and see that happen. It's funny to laugh at now, but I had to be focused.
Oh man, that is wild. Okay,
Yeah.
well, as we wrap up, what do you think makes one on TNT just a can't miss event?
I mean, aside from the talent, I think just the entire event as a whole is unlike anything I've ever seen before in person. It is spectacular from the show and how they run everything. But US athletes and being here in America, like a lot of people don't understand how freaking amazing these fighters are from all over the world, and they don't get enough recognition. I think that Americans getting to watch this on TNT is huge. It'll just be a huge eye opener to the amount of talent that one has. And I think that it's just going to continue to grow and reach so many more millions of people.
Besides your brother on the card, what are some matches that you're really excited about?
Oh man, obviously I want if I'm saying his name correctly. I mean, he's been a favorite of mine for forever. And then, he's here in the US too. So there's a lot of good people on the card. There's a couple people that I know on the card that I'm looking forward to. I'm not sure, it hasn't been announced yet if I can say that or not. But I gotta go. Obviously, I'm a little bit biased, but Sage.
Yeah, Ung La against Vitali Big Dash.
Yeah, that's gonna be a heavyweight. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a really good one.
Okay, before we get out of here, who do you think, DJ or Adriano?
Oh, I mean, I gotta go with DJ. I mean, come on, he's the GOAT for a reason, so I gotta go with him for sure.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Colbey Northcutt, thank you so much for taking the time to join us here this morning, evening for you.
Yeah.
We wish you luck, and I can't wait to see you here in Singapore. This is going to be exciting. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to tune in. One on TNT, or it's coming up on April 27th. April 27th in the United States. Don't miss it. Live on BR, live on TNT. Don't miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, Colbey Northcutt.
That's right. Thank you for having me, Mitch. I look forward to seeing you soon.
Pleasure. Take care.
Thanks.